Good day, my name is John Vincent Saracanlao. You can call me Sir John or Dr. Saracanlao. Our lesson yesterday was about t-test, and now we're going to analysis of variance or F-test. I prefer F-test this term. So basically, when we compare two groups, male, female, or you can merge them into two groups, we use t-test. But when you compare three groups or more, you use F-test. So basically, analysis, that's two groups. Or everything's written in the book, actually, even the step-by-step procedure. So what we're gonna do now is gonna test parental support and comprehension. So same thing. You copy, paste in a new sheet. I think this is too small. Let's make it bigger to have a good visuals on it. Yep, there. And comprehension. So we have comprehension here, there. Okay, we have that. So we need to make that bigger. Okay, so we now have the values with decimals. So what we need to do now is we need to compare parental support and reading comprehension. However, we need to put it in a group. We can have two groups, or sometimes when you cannot do it in a two group, you put it in a three group. So for example, our intervals are this one. That's our interval. And we'll place it here. So we need to know how much, how many have belongs to a certain category. So we have very poor, poor, good, and very good. So what to do now is to count brackets, in parentheses, comma, and close parentheses, then Control Shift Enter. So we have three for very good, three for good, and two for poor, and one for very poor. So it's sensible to merge very poor to poor, but it's not sensible to merge poor to good. So you have to be sensible when you merge data. It has to be number one, sensible, number two, equitable. So we have this. So we can group them. So let's sort this one. Sort this one. Sort from smallest to largest. Expand selection. Okay. So since we have sorted it now, we know that this we can group them now. So we have very poor to, okay, you can see that better here. Very poor to poor, good, then very good. So we have 3, 2.2. Our class boundary is 2.51. So put it there. And we have 251 to 227 there. And we also have this one higher than 3.27. It's 3.3 and above. So from that, you can now do your data analysis because you have the groups already. You have very poor, poor, good, very good. So same thing, data analysis, data analysis, look for ANOVA single factor. I usually use ANOVA single factor. There are other tools like two factor without replication, two factor with replication without replication. But this is, we're looking at a single factor here. So click on and you highlight all data, labels in first row, level of significance is at default, even with t-test at 0.05. You click your output range, make sure you click here because it will automatically change that one. And now you have your results. Critical areas to look at, you have averages, averages. Then variances, and we usually get this one. We always get this one. Your F value and your critical value. So the probability value is 0.005, and explained in the threshold there, it's highly significant. And you will notice that if you calculate the higher the number of F, the higher the probability value, not by number but by implications. So that is how you do it in your Microsoft Excel using an test or a t-test. Now let's go to SPSS. So step one is recode data into groups unless data is already in group category format. Then, yeah, recode into different variables. Category format, click transform, click recode into different variables. Then select the data to be recoded or categorize and enter the group. So we have parental support and label it as group data. Then click change and click OK. Then you have your old values. So refer to class limits. Since we already know that the distribution based on Excel calculation that there's a need to collapse or merge data from very negative to poor or very negative to negative or very poor to poor. So we already know that there's a threshold. So basically, even if you do SPSS, you still need Excel to merge because it will automatically just run that into four different groups when you just put the values. So click on range the lowest value and enter your class limit and enter your highest limit for both classes. So remember, click on value and then assign one, nothing, noting that it is the least of the group, then click add. So you are merging here, the lowest group is 2.51 and it will merge both very negative or very negative or poor or very poor to poor. So continue to complete class limits. Always take note of your class limits. For in between class, click on range and enter the lowest 2.52. And for the class limit, the highest is 3.27. Then click the value, enter, and add. So that will be your number 2. Then for the last, enter the lowest value, 3.28, and the last limit of, and click the value of 3. So that would mean that's the 3 grouped already. Then click continue, go to data view and check if the columns is added and recode dataset. Change information of variable in variable view. So you change the labels. Click on label and enter the value and the label for that value. Then click on run analysis. So click on analyze, look for compare mean and proportion, then look for one way ANOVA. So you'll analyze, compare means of proportion, and one-way ANOVA. Then move the data to be analyzed to dependent. Note that SPSS can conduct multiple tests to multiple variables, so you can do a lot actually with one simple click as long as you already set your groups. That's a good thing. One thing about SPSS, you don't have to repeat it again and again and again to other variables, but you can do it at the same time with other variables. Then click post hoc, click select to check to key, then click continue. Click on options, select to check descriptive, select to check homogeneity of variance, and select to check Welch test, then continue. So you have this results, test of homogeneity of variance, you have your ANOVA, and you will see that we have the same results here. We'll make this one. So 1446. You have the same result. P-value, the same result. Actually, the same result. Should be. It is. It is. So you also have this calculations and also other calculations. That's the good thing about SPSS because with one single click you can do multiple calculations. But if you did not know the process of merging, collapsing groups, then the result would be very different. And I don't think it's fair to compare one response versus two against three and against three. So you have to merge. So you still have to go back to the basics. So basically, this book is about teaching you the basic critical information as well as moving forward to higher data analysis such as SPSS. And yes, so we have table settings and findings for F test. So distribution statistics, analysis of variance of F test. So we have three groups here. And the table shows the distribution of statistics, analysis of variance F test on respondents' comprehension when grouped according to level of parental support. There are three groups being compared, very negative to negative, positive to very positive. The null hypothesis, there is no significant difference in respondents' comprehension when grouped according to level of parental support is rejected. The results indicate that there is a highly significant difference, F test, and you put two asterisks, that means highly significant, in respondents' comprehension when grouped according to level of parental support. The result in Excel is sufficient, but not that. In homogeneous subset, it is indicated which subset is similar and which subset is different. Very negative to positive belongs to a subset, which indicates that it's close to each other. But the very positive belongs to a different subset, subset 2, which is the rejection of the null. And you will have those here. Yeah, it will indicate the subset. And in SPSS you can get that, but not in Excel. In addition, SPSS will provide analysis of different variables, multiple comparison within a variable. You can calculate Levine, statistics of homogeneity of variance, and other measures such as two-key homogeneous subsets in just three additional clicks. As I've said earlier, that's very good. It's, uh, but we still have to go to the basics, and the purpose of this book is really to teach the basic and important information to go through data analysis using Excel and SPSS, and soon to be a program, or that I really think that we can be create a AI or a program that we just plug it in, and all the things, the basics will be integrated so that we just plug into an area, and you can all do all the analysis with AI. But that's still an idea. I don't know if the technology is there. I've heard some technologies to be present in terms of data analysis. I think it's Power BI or something that does that. But you still need the fundamentals in research statistics, concepts, and which is the title of the book, Concept Excel and SPSS. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you purchase the book as soon as it's released, mid-February and end of February. It's already the 2nd of February, and I'm so excited to have it released. And that's it. As I said, try if you want my help, try to reach me, comment or something, so we can find a platform that I can help you with your paper, not just in research statistics, but research as a whole, from conceptualization of topics, variables, forecasts. I can help you with that. So that's it. Thank you and have a great day.